Hi Stampers, my name is Sandy Hancock and I am coming to you from a very wet Southern California. We had a tropical storm and an earthquake all on the same weekend. How about that for excitement? Fortunately, I didn't feel the earthquake. Okay, today I'm going to show you one more way to use the Abundant Beauty decorative masks, and I'm calling this a double fun fold. Isn't that fun? Oh my goodness. So I don't know, this is pretty busy, so I thought I could get away without putting a greeting on there. And then I don't know what I'm going to put inside. All right, so fun. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is take an 8.5 by 5.5 piece of cardstock and fold it carefully with our scorer, bone folder. Okay, now we're going to take our cutter and we're going to come down 2.5 inches and cut. We're going to cut down 2.5 inches. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to look at the numbers. Oops, I didn't put my glasses on. That would really help. I'm going to come down 2.5 inches and I'm going to look at the center of my blade because it shows you exactly where you are. Okay, then I'm just going to turn it over, put it again at 2.5 inches. And cut across the card. This should come out, yahoo! And here's what we have left. Okay, so that's the beginning of our card. The first fun fold right there. Now the second one, okay, this is 5.5 by 3. And what we're going to do is we're going to score at 4.25. So I'll put it back in here. Pull it over to 4.25. And this time use the scoring blade. Okay, now we can put this away. Okay, so we'll take our bone folder again. Make sure it's nice and creased. And then I'm going to use Dotto on this in case I don't get it quite where I want it the first time. Okay, so try to get it lined up really nicely. That looks good. That looks good. Okay, now see how it folds? There we go. Okay, now we want to put in the green pieces. Okay, so I think I'll just leave this here. I don't know if you can see it that well or not. Okay, so these are 2 Scallop Contours Dies. This is the biggest one, of course, in garden green. And then this is the next one down in white. So I'm going to take the green and I'm going to put it on the inside because you kind of need layers for it to look pretty. And then when I finish, by the way, I have 3 or 4 more of these cards that I'm going to show you. Okay, so let's get this one right in the middle. Okay, that looks good. Okay, then I'm going to do the right fold first. Okay, now we need 2 sets of these layers. The green is 4.25 by 2 3/4, and the white, of course, is 1/4 less, so 4 by 2.5. Did you get that? 4.25 by 2 3/4, 4 by 2.5. And need this 2 times. Okay, so let's take the green, put the green on. Okay, now I have to just set the white in here so that I can see where to put the green. Okay, so now the green is going to, see the little dot right there? Okay, that looks crooked. That bugs me. Okay, that's going to be, oh, okay, I'm going to have to get up and just cut that a tiny little sliver because that's going to make me crazy. Okay, much better. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so this is where we're going to go. So I'm going to give myself an idea of where to put the adhesive from about there down. Okay, and then we're going to center it right there. Okay, looks good. Then we'll fold over the left flap and do the same thing. Okay, so about right here. Okay, and we'll put on the first flap. Okay, now I'm going to try something that I haven't done yet. I'm going to try making the first piece, the second piece, and the third piece kind of all along at the same time. When I first made this, of course, I made the first piece, then I made the second piece, then I made the third piece. So I was pulling out Daffodil Delight, Pumpkin Pie, Garden Green, Pecan Pie, Early Espresso. I did that 3 times. So I'm going to attempt to be a little more efficient on this one. Okay, so, oh, that one's already made. All right, so we can pull this out for the moment. Okay, so let's take a piece of green, and I'm going to pull out a big, just extra piece, and I'm going to fasten it down with some Botto so it won't move. Okay, then I'm going to get, like I say, I don't know if this is going to work, but we are going to give it a try. Okay, so I want some of all 3 flowers on here. So I think that's going to look good. So what you're going to do is take a pen or a pencil and mark this notch, because that's where you're going to come back to with the second mask. And I need to pull off some painter's tape because once you get this situated, you don't want it moving. And painter's tape is just a really easy way. You can use it over and over again for quite a while before you have to get new. Okay, so yellow pad. I'm going to move this out of the way so it doesn't get ink on it. Okay, so I'm going to just, the blending brushes are so easy to use. Just keep going, going, going until you're happy. And I think I'm happy. So now I'll go to the second flower, do the same thing. Okay, now before I move on, I am going to get my pumpkin and I'm going to add that. And then I'm going to move, before I finish this then, I'm going to move to try to finish the next 2. Okay, let's take a peek at that and see what it looks like. Ooh, pretty nice. I'm going to put a little bit more pumpkin right there. Okay, so now I'm just going to leave these out. And I am going to take this off because I'm going to need the mask. And I'm going to set this aside. I have to come back to it. All right, here we go. Now I'm going to get a second little piece of paper. And I'm going to take my first, or the inside piece. Okay, let's put it down with a little bit of, you know what, I'm going to go this way. I don't know which way is going to be better because I'm just, okay, people, come on. Okay, when in doubt, just do that. All right, so I'm going to do this, and let's see what happens with this mask, because I want the, oh, this is going to work, okay. I want the 2 big flowers on this middle one, and so I'll just tape it down. Oh my goodness. Okay, oh, you know what I do need to do? I need to mark my notch. So I'm going to have 3 different notches. Okay, so here we go. With the big flower. I thought it would be fun just to have 2 flowers on the inside, even though we're going to get a little tiny bit of that one. Depending on how well inked your pad is, I didn't just reload mine with new ink. Because if you do that, then you have to pat off and then do that. Okay, now let's go with orange. Well, let's see, I'll put a little bit on there. All right, let's take a peek, see what it looks like. Oh my, beautiful. Okay, so now I'm going to leave that there. And I'm going to get a third piece of paper. And I'm going to put on, let's see if I can do this. Put on a little bit of Dotto. Put my piece down here. And all I'm going to do is just put this little flower here, down in the corner. So let's see if I can just, oops, do that. Try not to get the other flowers in there. Okay, oops, almost forgot. Uh-oh. Okay. I can't draw my little, I can't fill in. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, I'm just doing this one flower. Okay. Put a little bit of orange on it. I can't mark my notch, but I think I'll figure it out. Okay, so now we're completely finished with the first. So let's put these away. And then I'm going to get out the garden green, because that's what we're going to want for the leaf. So since this one is right here, am I even going to put a leaf? You know what? I don't think I need a leaf on that one. Okay, so let's move that. Okay, however, I do want a leaf on this one. So here's my mark. So I'm going to... Oh, let's see. I lost my tape. Get another couple of pieces. Okay, let's tape this down. All right. This is going to be a big green one right here. Beautiful. Oh, wow. And a little tiny bit of green over here. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Wow. Beautiful. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so now we're going to go back to the first one. Oh, my goodness, you guys. This is so much easier than the way I did it the first time. Oh, let's see now. If I do it that way, this is not going to get any green. So I'm going to move it over a little bit, just so I can get a little spot of green. Whoops, come back here. A little spot of green at least. It won't be much. Okay, this will be pretty. And we'll get a little bit right there. Okay, so that's it for the green. Okay, now we're finished with this mask. So now I'm going to come back with the centers. And since we're on this one, I'll just do this one first. And I guess I'll just get tape for each piece. Probably be easier that way. Okay, so are we in position? I think so. You really don't even need the notches for this one because you can see where the centers go. This is pecan pie, so I'm just going to put some pecan pie. Okay, so that's, oh gosh, that's so beautiful. Can you see it up close? Oh my, be still my soul. Okay, now let's take this one, and we're just going to need 2 centers. There and there. Yeah, I think this is the easiest. Just have tape for each one. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. Oh my, that is so beautiful. Okay, and then here's my third piece. And we just need a little tiny center for this one. Okay. All right, now, since we've got this one here, we'll start with this one. And we'll put this last little center on it. And for this, I'm going to need EEspresso. Okay, here we go. EEspresso. Now you can see what I'm going to ink in is the round semicircle and the little dots. Let's see if I can get it where I want it. Okay, so there we go. Wow. So what you stamped first is the light. It ends up being light because the dark, oh well, can you figure that out? It's a little mysterious, but anyway, that's the way it goes. Okay, then this one. Okay, we need, what do we need? We need the middle one and the big one. And I think that's good. And we'll just go without the tape since I can't seem to keep up with it. Okay, wow, beautiful. Okay, then our last piece is our big piece. And I need all 3 on this one. Let's see. Okay, I think that's good. Just gonna hold it without the tape. Pray that it doesn't slip. Okay. Alrighty. Now, the last thing, these little, well, next to the last thing, these little centers need there's a lot of white space on here. And so I like to take, well, I'm using Bashful Blue. You just use the lightest blue that you have. And this is a retired scallop punch. So if you have a scallop punch, it makes for really pretty clouds. So it just, this is a, I don't know how well you can see this. Let me lift this up so you can see it. Can you see the clouds? They just fill in and they're so beautiful. Okay, so there's that one. And then we're gonna put some clouds on this one. Oh my goodness, this is so much faster than the first time I did it. Like I say, I completed each flower with each mask. It took me forever. Okay, subtle but pretty. And then I don't need any blue on the little tiny one inside. Okay, now let's put our pieces together. So this, let me find the top. Okay, so this one, let me move this out of the way. And now I'll bring my pad back. Okay, so this one is going to go on the front. Oh my goodness, I bet this took me half the time. Live and learn, right? Okay, so here we go. It's going to go right on the front panel. Okay, then we'll open it up. And this is where the second panel will go. Oops. Okay, so pretty. Is that right? Okay, and then we're going to open it up. Okay, what happened to my last piece? Where did you go? Here it is. Okay, so this one just has a little bit down in the corner. I got something on there. So, okay, very pretty. All right, have you seen the mono eraser? It's a sand eraser by Tombow. And so it says for ink. So there's a little bit of something. I don't even know what that is. It got off from one of the stencils. So I can just erase it with a sand eraser. Voila. And then a little tiny bit of yellow got off there. Okay, now we're good. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Almost done. The front, center. Whoa, that's not on there quite right. I'm gonna have to cut that down. And the middle. Okay, now the front needs a little bit of embellishment. So I am going to, believe it or not, I'm going to use the adhesive backed sequins trio. This is actually Pretty Peacock. But I happen to love it because it looks kind of green on here. I'll put one there. Okay. All right, I think we're finished. I just have to cut down that center one a little bit. Okay, pretty. Now I'll show you, I think, if I can find it. I made one and I used, let's see, what are these called? They're called Tinsel Gems 4-pack. So they are green and they're pretty. So I don't know, do you have a favorite? This one is the Pretty Peacock, but it looks green, and this one is the green. All right, so I guess it's whatever you want or whatever you have. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will look forward to seeing you next time. Oh, I forgot. I was going to show you a few more. Okay, this is the Autumn Leaf. This is the new bundle that's coming out in the fall catalog. This is from So Thankful for You. This is from my set, So Sincere. And then you open it, 3 leaves. Open it, 1 little leaf. And I had to put vanilla on vanilla because there was just no other way to do it. So it's fine. Okay, so that one. And then do you remember the hippos? Love you a ton. Lots of hearts. I love the sunglasses. So cute. What else did I do? Oh, remember the tropical, what was it? Tropical Oasis maybe? Here. You probably have some of these sets. See, normally we have a contrast. Blue and white, pink and white. And then I also did one with the balloons that are current. I think it's time for a celebration. Happy birthday. This is retired, but I love it. There's something really worth celebrating today. You. Happy birthday. So that's the balloon paper and the balloon dies. So that's the bundle. Okay, so thank you for joining me, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.